Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of my vanilla Space Engineers Let's Play. So I moved my two uh, wind turbines from over here to over there and added a few more because I was having some power issues. I just went ahead and used half blocks to run them out all the way over there. And I have my assembler and refinery ready. I'm just working on putting them over here. So first I need the conveyor junction set up that I'm running out there right now. Little platform base is coming together nicely. I did find silver. Took quite a while to find some. I found like 3 different gold deposits, 2 or 3 different gold deposits before I found a single silver deposit. A little on the ridiculous side. Now, this is only making 8 of those overall. It's taking forever because it's still just that basic assembler. A few little holes around, but I've been welding up on the base and stuff, trying to make sure that everything's going to look nice. I also moved the main conveyor line to where it's down the middle because it was off-centered, and that was driving me nuts. I like things to be nice and centered where possible, especially since from up here you now can no longer see the conveyors unless you grab a specifically correct angle. Well, that was a silly way to jump down. I took damage there. Ouch. Hopefully the sabroids will stay away while I'm hurt. I haven't had to deal with them in a little bit. I think they mostly come out at night. And at night I've been staying up here on my platform. Or flying around the world. Which they can't bother me there either. Alright, so let's get this finished up and grab 8 more of these. Wait, I actually might have enough for another one here. I do. So let's see. Okay, I've already put 8 in there, and they're all the same thing, so it doesn't really matter that I grabbed the wrong one. All is fine. Alright. So I'm still using the trash scout, and I think once I get my refinery and assembler up and running, I am going to try making a rover. I'm not terribly good at those, so I think I'll have to give myself a nice little parking area. Like maybe bring this down here. I only had the 1 steel plate. Do I have any more in here? No, I don't. So I'll get 60 of those queued up. And I'll be able to work on getting a platform to build a rover on at some point here. Have to keep flying up because don't want to crouch and run underneath things. Went out for a smoke before starting, and yeah, the sun was just barely coming up when I came back in. So at least we've got a good bit of daylight left. Makes it much easier for you guys to see what I'm doing down here. I think those steel plates will actually get done a bit faster, so let's move those up to here. And go ahead and grab what I can for the next conveyor pipe. So yeah, let's see. I'll bring this down and then use half blocks, much like I did way over here. Because, you know, you can keep those right on the ground without issue. I did, however, get all this laid out in such a way that I'm not going to be able to continue these in any direction. But that's fine. I'm getting closer and closer to being able to run some other type of power generation, which I might use a little bit of hydrogen on the base. Or work on getting a ship done so I can get out and get some uranium. That uranium fever has gone and got me down. And hilariously, I'm playing this game, this series here. And also I'm playing on Kilted Bastards community server. And it appears as though someone is here. So I'm going to pause the recording and get back to it once I have quiet. Alright, and I am back. That was the wife coming home for her lunch break. I got some more stuff done over here. Moved the refinery and have that now set up and running. Got piping run to where I'm going to put the assembler, and I got myself the beginnings of a little parking platform for doing a rover thing. And I just keep blasting myself into everything. At least I didn't hurt myself that bad that time. Oh, right, build planner is empty, so let's just grab parts here. Can I actually carry this whole thing? I can. Alright, so I want my assembler standing up. Get this all welded together. Yeah, I can probably build a better welder at this point. I don't know how I'm short 2 steel plates. I had all the parts in here. Did it drop a couple over there that I didn't notice? Let me go check. It did indeed. It dropped them on the ground. So I could carry most of it. But those 2 steel plates were just too much. Now, Percham doesn't have a moon, so what planet is that between me and the sun right now? That's a good question. Now, let's see. Here's another good question. Can I get speed modules on this? I just need 2 more of those. Alright. So let's see here. I don't really need to be able to get into the assembler here, so hole for my next assembler. So I'm just going to close all sides with the speed modules. And use the refinery to get all that in and out. I don't have the gold yet for what I need to do with the refinery here. See, there's the silver that I got being cut down. So I'll be able to actually finish up the vat, though I don't think I want to use the vat. Because I've been playing on a server, I have found that the vat appears to not work as a cryopod for logging out, which is why I'm putting that there. You know, in case somebody decides to join me in this game, they've got a place to log out. So I will have to use instead a normal cryopod. The vat does look nice, though. It's a great AFK spot. Really like the back-to-tank look of it. And while I was waiting for the wife to finish her lunch, I went ahead and jumped down into the mine. It's been a while since I've been down there on camera. I think episode 2, and this is 5. So let's go ahead and show you how much iron and nickel I have used to get to where I am now. Light on. This is the iron pathway. I'll grab a bit more of this. I've already got some on the ground from my earlier mining here.
Inventory full.
Okay. So yeah, it has taken a little bit of iron to get this far. Not sure how much longer this iron deposit is going to last before I have to go to a different one. I don't think I need more nickel right now, but I'll jump down here. I have cut out a decent bit of nickel as well, but this deposit is holding on much stronger. Been a while since I've checked on my cobalt. That's back over there. Let's go throw this in here. See if I've got more parts. I do. Alright. Wow. 3 speed modules up already. And I'm missing 4 motors, but it's telling me I got everything. So, let's just steal these 4 motors. There we go. All of the assembler parts put together. Let's just get rid of this assembler. Don't need that anymore. And I'm pretty sure it's not doing anything. Though it might have stuff in it. Oh, it didn't have stuff in it. Okay. Alright. So yeah, things are starting to move. Got better things coming and going. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and put in that cryopod for now. Eight. Spin that round. I will also be able to get better tools and get rid of the survival kit over here for a proper med station. That'll be nice. Throat's all full of nasty crap. Been sick for a day or two. Starting to get over it, I think. I do like my immune system. I don't stay sick for very often. Let's see, anything inside the kit? No? Good. Let's go ahead and cut that up and hope that the sabroids don't come mess with me, because that's the only thing that'll kill me before I get a proper med bay up. Battery is pretty much full. That's nice. Oh, I did not mean to get rid of my conveyor pipes. I wind up getting those all over the place. I meant to get rid of the other stuff there and get the med bay. Excuse the corner medical room. Because I can just slide that in here. Just like that. Tucked the steel in a weird place. Oh, it's not steel, it's interior plate. Derp. And I don't have any of those currently, so let's just make a few. Okay, it is giving the parts in there, alright. There's just a lot of parts for this, including 15 medical components. Very glad I got that silver. let's see. I want to grab a bit of steel because I just want to put an angle wall in here. There we go. Now I have a proper medical room. Talking is hard. Okay, so I can no longer go through this side. But fortunately, I've got 3 different walkways onto this platform, so it doesn't matter that much. Over here, how about I go ahead and put another small cargo container. It did not give me any interior plates because those have all been used. That's fine. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 7 small cargo containers. Which is funny, I do not even have a cargo craft that can carry enough to fill these up. That's where getting this down here finished and getting a rover built is going to come in. So it's actually going to take me a few minutes to get that done and to get conveyors piped down to over here. So I want them coming out right here on the rear. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pause up the video and do a bunch more work off camera so that I can keep this video just towards the few basic things that I'm wanting, which is getting proper manufacturing online and getting that rover. So I will be back for you in a second, for me probably an hour. Okay, so I've got some lights set up over here because it decided to be nighttime by the time I got everything ready. And though typically I start from a connector, this is going to have a connector on the rear, and I can't really balance that in gravity to get things started. So of course, the classic start of a landing gear put down. But let's see here, I need a cargo container because this is going to be a cargo truck. Put myself a bottle, hydrogen bottle in my inventory. So there's the 3 larges. So let's do it this way. Actually, let's go backwards with this. So 2 large cargo containers. That's going to be a lot more cargo space than I have on the little trash scout over here, which is just a modular cargo container and a medium cargo. So 2 large cargos. I think I like that. Let's get the parts for those. And let's see, I should still have some steel on me. Yeah. So let's see. I want an oxygen tank on here. Well, no, do I need an oxygen tank? No, I don't need an oxygen tank. I can just put a vent on there. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, I am not good at rovers, which is actually why I've decided to fiddle with this. There we go. Get these built up. I do need at least a battery on here. 1 battery should probably be enough. Rovers don't use that much power, nowhere near as much as that trash scout trying to fly around. But first, let's go grab some more steel plates and see if we can get an interesting undercarriage here. Kind of wanting to wrap those a little bit. 76, that should be enough, I hope. So it's funny how I take damage sometimes and others I don't. So, like... that. Make sure that it goes all the way to the back there and all the way to the front here. Yeah, right there. All right. That being said, not all of those are going to be angled because I do need wheels coming off of here. Oh, out of steel plates. That did not last anywhere near as long as I was hoping. So let's just go back in here and make 200 of those. How's my iron doing? 11k. It'll be around 9k-ish when this is done. Oh, 10.8. So I've still got plenty of iron. Hopefully enough to finish this ship. I'm keeping my ear out for Saveroids. Lovely, annoying little bugs. Alright, so I'm gonna need here and here. Let's see, let's actually go ahead and put that right along the center line of the cargo containers, because that's going to make it way easier to do on the other side. So typically I would put my front wheels in first, but oh, and I missed this spot back here still. There we go. Alright, so the wheels will be there. So let's see here. And it seems like somebody else is back home now. If I go for cockpits here, I could go for saddle cockpit, rover, buggy, but I think the cab. I like the cab. So yeah, if I put that here, then I can put in a bit of conveying to put those together. Need some interior plates though. Do. So let's go to converter for one. Swing that around. And then we've got the two connections down here, one connection there. So go back in here, conveyor, small conveyor. And right in the middle bottom of that. Right? Let's see, 2, 3, yeah. Right in the middle bottom of that. And then use T connector and these. And I should still be able to get back there to weld those. But let's go ahead and make sure we can get some stuff put together here before I move further. With all those speed modules, it does not take long to get things built. It'll be even faster once I get more set up back there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the angles here. 4 and 5. Get all those components going. Alright, so that's the alien planet that I was asking about earlier. I can see it clearly now. Mars, Earth-like. Don't know. I guess that would be the, oh no, it's way too big, unless it's close to me, to be the ice planet. Because that's a pretty small, like, ejected moon. Don't know. Very large part of me wants to go to a different planet because me and Pertam just don't get along. There we go. So that's all connected up. And I can probably tuck in some small batteries here. Yeah, let's do one there. One there, and I will actually put more on here as well. Let's take that off of there because it's got the steel on it. I'll need those back. That one too. And then I'm going to put those on recharge to turn them off for the time being before I actually weld them up. So grab those, recharge. I do not want them wasting power sitting here. But I do think a couple more here. Keep forgetting that I'm switching pages. So get those 4 put together as well. Let's just go ahead and while we're waiting on those parts, get those also on recharge. Did I just hear Sabroids? I heard a weird noise. Oh, seems like it's incoming weather. That's a lot easier to deal with than Sabroids. I just ignore the bad weather. Now, are those going to be enough power? I don't know. Guess I can weld up some of this stuff though. Fortunately, I'm not trying to drive in this mess right now, but soon. So if you double click your welder out, you can just have it stay on. Very useful. You can do that with the grinder as well. I'm not sure if you can do that with the drill. Yes, you can do that with all of the tools. Useful to know when you're not wanting to just keep holding the button all the time. Let's see. If I decided to put actual batteries on here on the side, would that function? I just need a couple of them. Let's put them towards the front. Alright. those materials going. And hit the med station. Man, that is so much better than using a survival kit to fill things. And I'm already full. But let's go ahead and switch those also. Those warfare batteries to recharge. I might use the small batteries as a backup power source and just primarily use the warfare batteries to run this thing. So, still need more parts. Gimme. If I had put a connector on here already, I wouldn't have to fly back and forth like this, but it's fine. Hydrogen bottle is holding up. Speaking of, it's not holding out as well as I may have thought. So let's go to the hydrogen tank. Because I don't have any ice right now. All of my hydrogen is in here. That should have hydrogen in it. Oh, there we go. I did not have the auto refill turned on. Okay, let's just go pop these in there, and I've got just a couple more parts to grab for that. Yee. So I'm probably also going to be doing another video today that's looking over a little bit of what I've gotten done in the Ruinium system, which is Kilted Bastards community server. He had invited me to it. He also said that my community would be able to join, but I will have to get information from him on that so that I can link it out for you guys. Because the Ruinium game exists, I'm probably not going to do much in space in this game. I literally just want to go to a different planet. And, you know, who wouldn't want to go to a different planet when you're stuck on Pertam? Well, let's see how this looks so far, and then start putting wheels on it. I could also put hydrogen engine on there and tanks for that, but I just don't think that's going to be as useful as good old-fashioned battery power. That being said, if I find that I need to add an engine, I have room, I can just put it right on top of my cockpit here. Because you can go in through that way, but it's not necessary. You can hit the windows too. Power running low. I still have plenty of steel, so I should be able to get the wheels set down. Let's see here. I'm just going to get rid of all of this stuff. I don't need that anymore. That way I don't have to keep switching pages. Alright, so I could go with the 2x2s, but I think I want to use 3x3s. So there's the right and the left. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and put in my right tires first. I believe that section being on the bottom is what I want. Yeah, because it starts it at the lowest ride height, I believe. Let me just look at this. Height offset is all the way down. So yeah, I got it set down correctly. How about them apples? That was at the back of the cab? Yeah. Back of the cab, go to number 6. Swing that down. Alright. Then back here, back to number 5 to put in those, number 6 to put in these. I'm surprised that worked out so easily. Now let's just go ahead and put all the steel plates in that I can. I keep missing the suspensions there, don't I? There we go. So if I aim right there, I can hit the suspension. Okay, so let's just... There we go, got those 6. Now I do have some stuff in here that I need. But not as much as I was hoping. There we go, all components. That should be all of my suspensions able to be built up now. I just realized I never once turned on my headlight or my flashlights until just now, because these are coming through plenty bright. I like that. That was a good idea. Hopefully it came through on the video well enough for everyone to see it as well. Pretty sure it did. I mean, I never once thought of it as dark, so... So a nice 6-wheeler cargo truck. I'm still going to need lights on it. And what else? I think for the time being, lights are the only other thing I'm worried about. And I'll find out what I'm missing as things go on. Okay, what's going on here? Am I out of something? No, I'm not out of something. Why are you not giving me the things? Oh, I don't have room for those tubes. So let's just go get all of this slapped in. I'll get them welded up after I go get my other 2 parts, which should need to go into this last wheel. Nice off-road tires. I also think this thing might actually be wide enough to not tip. At least I hope it is. Alright. Oh wait, there is another couple little things I want to put on here. In case of problems on the road, it would be nice to have a couple or a few pistons to push it up off of the ground so I can work on it. That being said, let's go to wheels. And first and foremost, I want that ride height at about 10 centimeters. Oh. So that would be 0.10. That is weird, but okay. Yeah, that gives us enough height up off the ground so that I can actually get rid of this stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take that ride height all the way up. because it's not much more. And then let's see. Left and right with no numbers. These are the front wheels. We don't really need propulsion on those. And we're going to leave steering on those. These back wheels, leave the propulsion, take the steering. And for all the wheels, let's go ahead and raise that strength up to about 18%. That way it can actually handle its weight. Okay. Well, I still need a connector on the rear and to be able to connect up. So let's just use these for right now. Trying to remember, how do you, oh yeah, hold X and you can pull that down, and then I would be able to connect there, I think. Careful releasing X, you can jump these. Boing. Alright. So I need a connector. I've still got steel on me. I can actually get a chunk of that connector built. So let's park and brake. So let's just go with a standard connector here and here. And I hope those line up correctly. Oh, interior plates is what I have left in there. Let's just, don't need those right now. Need a bunch of other stuff, so get that printing. I can turn off these lights now, so let's go in here. Floodlights. Turn those off. No need to drain the power any further. Now, I might be able to go and get that with the rover, but I kind of doubt it. I need to recharge those batteries first, for which I need the connectors and time. I do want to do a little test drive though, so I might go ahead and, after I see if I can connect here, take off and go see if I've got enough power to get to that unknown signal and back. Okay, that's as low as it can go, and no, it does not connect there. So there is another thing I could do, and I will attempt in between episodes. Let's go ahead and grab our warfare batteries and turn those on as well. And I have 2 days of power. So this should work to drive over here to this unknown signal and see how it cargoes. Indeed, car does go. And I do like the cab cockpit, especially for things like a rover here. Oh, ore detector. That's another thing that I'm going to need on this. So there's a few little things I need to add to the rover that I'll get done between episodes here. But it looks like for once I've built a rover that actually drives halfway decent. Of course, I'm just driving in a straight line. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be tipping at all. That's pretty good. I like that. It's got a nice speed, 45 meters per second. Park it up. Do I get anything decent? I did not find anything. I don't really need another enhanced grinder. I'm already up to proficient grinder. well, proficient tools entirely. I still need to get to space so I can get platinum, so I can get my elite tools. Elite tools are important. Well, that was an interesting lag spike. Alright. Nice. So I can get on back towards my Pertan starter. Yeah, I think I like this little rover. For somebody who's not very good at rovers, I think I did a pretty good job. I still prefer my flying ships. But on Pertam, this is just going to be way more power efficient. Especially when you're talking about carrying a full cargo load with these two large cargo containers. That's going to be very heavy, and a flying ship would not fly very far with that. Not with the little bit of power that I have on board this vehicle right now, anyway. But even with very little power, this vehicle can make the trip. So likely what I'm going to do on my little stand over here, my little parking deck, is build up another little half floor in the back to bring my connector up to the right level for an upper connector here above the one that I put in that doesn't work. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see what I get up to in the future, there's always that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.